So I felt in total despair. And I think it was at that moment that I realized my children, my family, my life, nothing mattered anymore. The only thing that mattered to me was that God was present with me, was His presence with me. Nothing else began to matter. I was so focused on only needing His presence with me. And as I sat in the recliner that day, and I really felt that the next breath would be my last, something happened. Without any fans or air conditioning or windows open, I began to feel a breeze blow over me. As I sat there that day, sorry, I'm trying. As I sat there that day, I began to feel a breeze. And with no windows open and no air conditioning and no ceiling fan and nothing happened, and I was just there in torment, I began to feel a breeze just begin to blow over me. Just begin to blow over me. And I don't know what it was. I'm not here trying to explain to you what it was. I just felt a breeze. And then a change happened in me. And as I looked at that mountain that just did not seem it wanted to move, something in my spirit, there was no proof. I was still just as sick. The tests were still just as bad. It wasn't going my way, but something in my spirit began to feel just the trickle of some rocks, little stones possibly, begin to tumble off the side of that mountain. And I began to say, Lord, is that you? Is that Him? Is He working? Because up until that point, as a childhood Bible verse that I had learned would come to my mind. I would ask, Lord, is that Him? Is that God? When I'd see the cloud, the shape of a cross, I would say, is that Him? When people would send me words of encouragement that matched exactly what I needed for that moment, and I would say, is that Him? And sitting that day in that chair, feeling that breeze, I just said, Lord, is that Him? Are you moving? So from that point on, there was a change in me, in my spirit, though the physical part just continued seemingly to get worse. But I carried a stone with me that my granddaughter Chloe had given me when I first felt the lump, even before I saw a doctor. And I remember thinking, David had more than one stone, but it only took one stone to slay that giant. And I took that stone with me, that little rock with me, to every doctor's appointment, to every treatment, through chemo, surgery, radiation, and chemo again. I kept that little rock with me. I call it my stone of remembrance. Another time that God spoke to me through His Word was after I had gotten the good news that the surgery had gone well, it was minimally invasive, no reconstruction at all needed, and that God had done a miraculous thing. But you know, when you've had cancer, when you've experienced something like this, every little pain you have makes you think, even now to this day, could it be cancer? But I was reading God's Word one day, and it was in Exodus 14:13. And when I said, God, will this cancer return? God answered through His Word and said, the Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. Now, any other time in my life, I would have just read through that verse and not thought twice about it. But I was so burdened that day and so fearful, and God spoke that to me. And I've hung on to that. I believe that is a promise of God. So one thing I will always be thankful for is what I experienced through cancer. That if I had not gone through this experience, in addition to the powerful closeness and realness of God, I would not have experienced some of the things I did.